It's cold outside, so I'm turning back to software. I've decided that Ezra somehow doesn't have enough plots and somehow it doesn't have enough keywords. So I'm adding a new one here on the right, easy sky ball, and then comma separated values. That kind of file can go into the 3D graphing that Alex has just talked about as well. For our review, no, I gotta go here and then click here. All right. Uh, we point an antenna up at the sky and we go away and let it record for 24 hours. It's just parked looking at a particular spot, pointing in the sky. Starting on the right hand side, it draws its power as it on the radio sky as from right to left. And we see at one point in the day it has some more power, and another part of the day it has some more power. If you go out there and then do that again, but with your antenna at a different elevation above the horizon, you get a slightly different curve. When you put them all together, you start to see a pattern when you plot it on the radio sky to show where the galaxy is. Okay, that's all good review. Uh, each one of those is a line. You can change that data now to different colors instead of bumps, and yellow being a brighter power. That's fine, but you can see it's kind of ragged here. We see squares and sharp edges because we're drawing great big broad bands across the sky with data missing between your data scans. ezSky can also look at that data and interpolate or predict the data between those data scans, and it comes out a little bit smoother once the computer does that for us. This is called an ezSky 400 plot for a name. We can use that in several ways. Just for fun, using the 3D graph printing, plotting, we can now take that plot and project it on on a ball out in space. There's the plot, and I hope it's not moving too fast for Zoom for you to catch up with. I see a moving ball spinning around. It is a ball in space, and the camera is flying around it, taking pictures towards the center. We can see the strong part of the galaxy there, and then 180 degrees from it is the other weaker side of the galaxy. I just thought that was kind of fun, but of course, this doesn't represent reality. Um, the Earth is inside that ball, and where we are with the sun. So we really want to be inside looking out. All right, let's do that. Let's plot it on the ball again, but this time sit inside the ball looking out. And this is more realistic to real life. Here we are looking at sitting on the Earth, and the Earth rotates to the east, and we see the sky rising in the east and setting in the west. This is pretty much what our telescope is looking at as the Earth rotates. So I thought that was a little more helpful. Um, I have some enhancements to do to this as well, but it's a nice start. We could also take a look at that very same data and plot it in galactic coordinates shown here. That's why we see the bright spot of all the data as a plane going across the galactic plane along zero. There's some places where I don't have data. In the top left is too close to Polaris and I couldn't get my antenna up that far north. And on the right is a part of the sky I can't see because the Earth is in the way. If we take this ezSky 500 plot and project it on a ball, I thought it was interesting, but this time it's a little different. Where all those bright yellow powers are, I made the radius a little bit bigger. So now the radio bumps are real bumps sticking out from the sphere. There's parts of the sky that I don't have data, and so I represent them as the minimum color. It's an idea, kind of looking for a cause. I'm not sure this is great, but it's kind of fun, and maybe it will attract attention. A lot of this movie creation with 3D is described in the latest journal with my article all about how to use these things. And then, of course, the software for Ezra is on its standard web page with videos, me talking and trying to explain it, and more info in all kinds of ways. You're welcome to email me and we can chat about all kinds of things. Any questions at that point?
Ted, can you please show again that slide where you had the galactic coordinates?
How about this one?
Yeah, that one. Just trying to understand the so the bottom is the galactic longitude.
Yes. And galactic latitude on the left. The galactic plane is along zero,
Yeah,
and we're
that's
looking
right.
out into space.
So I'm just trying to figure out. So your zero should be towards the galactic center, right?
Right in the middle of the picture, correct.
Yeah. What puzzles me is the gap at around 150 to, let's say, 120, because that should be visible from your location.
Yes, it should be if I could tilt my antenna up that way. This is the great big 16-foot antenna, and I'm a little scared about leaning it over backwards, and so I
Oh,
can't get
okay.
up to the
So
north.
it's a limitation of your antenna, and the other part is
Yes, I can get more data this way, and I just haven't gone to that point yet. The Earth is in the way for this lower part.
okay. Yep, thanks.
Very good. Back to Rich.
All right, great work. Good stuff.